Hey guys, I just wanted to reach out to you and let you know that Surewinder is still selling amazing products. Some of you guys have been dragging your feet for whatever reason. If your shoulder hurts, do not waste time. Pull the trigger. I just bought 4 or 5 of them, and we had 2 guys out. You know how much it cost me to pay for 2 guys being out with bad shoulders? We just pulled the trigger and we said, listen, everybody's going to have one on a truck. It's mandatory. You got to use it. Don't hesitate. Don't wait till your guys go down. It's going to cost you more. Buy a Surewinder.
What's going on, guys? Ryan here at Torsion Talk Podcast, and we are going to tackle a tough conversation today. One that I think you probably all can relate to, and definitely something that I relate to when it comes to leadership. We're going to be talking about a tough conversation. One that maybe you're creating, maybe you're not, but most of us have almost always dealt with. But before we get into that, I got a couple things I want to cover with you guys. First of all, we just wrapped up our event, the mastermind event here in Atlanta. Fantastic. Went amazing. I want to give a shout out to Chris Brooks with Central Door Solutions out of Central Wisconsin. First of all, just an amazing human being in general, but experiencing a lot of success. And we both came from the automotive industry, so we have a lot of similarities in the way that we look and perceive sales. And he built that business off of salespeople and not much marketing, or very little to no marketing. So I thought that was fascinating. These days, if you hire a salesperson and tell him that he's got to come in and do a bunch of work to generate his own leads, a lot of times you're going to get some pushback, especially if they've been in the garage door industry in the past. A lot of people want to be spoon-fed, and he talked to us about everything. We talked about his current structure, his hiring process, what he's looking for in the people. We talked about pay structure. We talked about how they price jobs. We talked about, just about everything. Like, it was really, really good. That was day 1. We got to spend the whole day with him. So that, I think so many people got so much out of that. Then day 2, I spoke about like your tech stack for sales and marketing. We talked a little bit about HighLevel. I'm a big fan of HighLevel. We started adopting it, and we're building out automations, and we're building out features and technology that will help garage door business owners. And if you're part of GDU, it's part of your membership, and we're really excited about that. We showed some of the stuff, and I'll be honest with you, like, I looked out there and was looking everybody in the face, and everybody was looking at me with this like look, and I had to stop, and I was like, is everything okay? We were simplifying things and kind of just showing the capabilities and some of the stuff we were working on. And I genuinely feel like it surprised some people what the capabilities are. So if you're interested in HighLevel as a product, you can reach out to me. I've got a link. You can sign up directly through us. We can help you get onboarded. Otherwise, you just sign up and onboard yourself somewhere else. So let us know if you're interested. But essentially, HighLevel is like a CRM that can integrate with your field management software to accomplish more, do more for significantly less. A lot of the things that Service Titan's charging, $1,500, $2,000 for, or even $3,000, because you can combine 2 or 3 different products. You can do all that with HighLevel for a fraction of that price. It's just not all in one system. but you can accomplish a lot in this platform. So let us know. We can help you out. We have an agency account and do a very good job of building things out and helping the users. So I want to give a shout out to Somer because, again, such amazing team over there. And they're breaking records and selling product at breakneck pace. I think they're taking market share. Honestly, I think with some of the challenges that Chamberlain and I think even Genie at this point a little bit are having with some of their operators, my team is begging me to stop selling the side mounts. We just have a lot of callbacks on the Genie side mounts right now. We had already kind of disassociated ourselves with LiftMaster. Genie's got new leadership. I'm not 100% sure the direction that that's going. Are they going to ship, manufacturing off again or not? I don't know. I have no clue, but I know that was part of their issues in the past. I did an unboxing of the new operator. I thought the operator was really good. The new 3120. I'm pretty excited about it. I haven't installed one yet, so we're looking forward to doing that. But we'll be posting that video on YouTube here shortly. And then the other part is we installed one of the new 3.0 base LiftMasters, and I was kind of impressed, honestly. But I'm just not sure what's going on in the operator world. I think most people just want their garage door opener to go up and down. I think most people have cameras already, or don't want them. So I think us as salespeople, we can try to sell it, right? Sell the benefits and the pros to having the camera integrated into your garage door opener or whatever. But long story short, we just need these things to work. So if you work for one of these companies, if you can get us an operator that opens and closes without problems, that would be where I would say we would want to focus first. And then maybe we can talk about all these extra things later. So that's my opinion. Somer, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. We appreciate you. Appreciate all your sponsorships, and keep taking market share. Keep getting the door to go up and down, man. That's pretty much it. We appreciate that. I've got a new morning routine. I think I've mentioned this maybe before, but I can't remember who I've told and who I haven't told, but it's a game changer for me. So I wanted to just share it real quick. So I'm waking up in the mornings. I wake up around 4:30, and I'll get up and do a little routine where I do some stretching. I do some meditation, guided meditation with breathing, 3 minutes. It's not long. Prayer, stretching, and some push-ups. And I feel like since doing that, things are way better for me. I'm also doing ashwagandha. So I don't know if you're familiar with that, but if you get some good ashwagandha, it's like an herb that helps you reduce stress and I think reduces cortisol. So working wonders for me. I love it. That whole process, it's actually really good. I'm able to get through majority or most of my day without feeling any stress, even in times where it's really tough. I can tell that there's stress, but I don't feel it like I was. So really, really good routine there for me, and wanted to share it with you guys in case you're experiencing the same thing. With that, I think a lot of people I'm talking to right now are living in fear. Fear of the unknown. And I think failure is part of what we do on a daily basis. I read one of John Maxwell's books, and he challenged me and my leadership team in that book to do something that had a high chance of failure. And just the thought of that was really frustrating and difficult for me, at least. I know it was difficult for my team as well. Like, what sense does it make to do something with a high probability of failure? Well, what I'm learning is maybe we play it safe too much. Maybe we need to get out of our comfort zone and play it more aggressively. I think that's where it's at, y'all. Like, I genuinely believe that in this day and age, like, we have to live with a high threshold of pain and the ability to overcome fear and risk. Like, this is the new norm. And it's not going to get any better. It's not going to get any better because the market, it's not going to get any better because your competition, private equity, the national companies coming in. Like, you're going to have to play big boy ball. Like, playing it safe is over. I don't think there's a day anymore where we can just sit back and let the market dictate how things are going. Like, we have to go take it. And this is where I feel like it's very difficult for smaller companies where leadership is like in the weeds because they're not going to see it coming. They're just not. So here's where I think you're going to see some opportunity. Small to medium-sized companies in every market, and I consider myself medium. I think what we're going to experience is consolidation above us with the bigger companies, which has already happened and is happening, going to continue to happen. You're going to have more national companies moving into more territories. And I think you're going to have like some of the small guys like not make it. The people that are counting on word of mouth for their, like, I'm not even going to say it. You guys know that I get so frustrated when people call word of mouth marketing. This is not marketing. Unless you have like a really good system in place that's measurable, then it's not marketing. And I think people are dependent on that. And I've had so many conversations just within the last 30 days of these guys that's told me the exact same thing. I've always been able to work off of word of mouth, and now it's not working. It's not working because it was never a system, right? You were waiting for people to call you, that people needed your work or referred you to someone who needed your work. And you're not in control of the outcome of that, whether or not people do that or not. And that's not marketing. Like, it's just not. You're not influencing anything in the market. So I'm seeing a lot of that.
Hey guys, I found something that changed my business and I want to share it with you. We've created packages that have included some of the best products in our industry to offer our service customers. The heart of that package is Stealth Hardware Kit. Stealth Hardware is the quietest hinges on the market. I challenge you to buy at least one of these, test it for yourself. Put it on your truck and design a quiet performance package for your customers willing to pay for a better, smoother running door. Buy your Stealth Hardware Kit at Service Spring, do a search for quiet hinge, and then buy that. You can buy a double or single door, 7 or 8 foot tall, and promise you, it'll change your service forever.
Somer USA and Somer Group want to thank you for an incredible year and the trust you put in them and their products. As you know, Somer places high value on relationships, education, customer service, innovation, and professionalism. And they are grateful to you for your part in the fostering and dissemination of these values. If there is any way Somer can support you in your journey, whether through their products, the values they hold to, or the knowledge Somer has gained through interaction with door dealers across the world, please reach out to the team at your convenience. They are here to serve you. Again, thank you from the entire Somer team. Check them out at somerusa.com. Tell them Ryan sent you.
So what I think is happening, what I think is going to continue to happen, is you're going to have scenarios where these smaller companies probably need to come together. And if you have 2 or 3 smaller companies come together to make a medium company, or the medium company joins forces with the smaller companies, like I just bought a company that was smaller. Had a conversation yesterday with another company that we could potentially partner with. And, you know, I'm seeing the path of getting to 10 or 15, $20 million, and it's not overly complicated. You could get there through acquisition fairly easily. The challenge will be managing all that and onboarding all that. Do you keep all the brands the same? Do you brand them the same name? And I don't really have an ego when it comes to brand. Like, I want my team to do a good job of like making sure they're branded when they go places. Just to be honest with you, like, I really think that if they have a good brand in their market, I think I would keep it. So I think there's going to be some consolidation. I think there's going to be, you know, I could within the next year or two have 4 or 5 more garage door companies in Georgia or South Carolina, Tennessee. I don't know. I genuinely think like this might be the path. You know, we can grow organically, but there is a cap on that. And the investment into some of these companies, if they have good people, is tenfold long term. So, and I want to preface by saying good people. Like, you can buy a business, but if that business doesn't have good people, then I don't really know what you got. You know, like, you have a billboard and it's a marketing machine. That's really it. But you still got to fulfill, you got to answer the phone. So what I'm looking at personally is like smaller companies that have good people or a good owner who want to expand and not getting swallowed up by these massive guys. So, you know, I think we're looking at putting systems in place to manage that. I told a story yesterday that I heard that I thought was really interesting. And this guy was best friends with a circus trainer. This circus trainer trained the animals at the circus. He'd done it for a very long time. And his circus friend invited him to come to the circus during off hours. And so he did. And he was giving him a tour of the facility. And he was like, man, this is really cool. Getting to see all the animals and kind of the behind the scenes stuff. And the gentleman said, this is where we keep the elephants. And he was surprised because the elephants weren't caged and they had like a little living space over there. And he saw that they were tied to a chair. And he said, that feels very dangerous and unsafe. Couldn't they just run off? And the trainer says, you know what's interesting is if you train an elephant at childhood, very early ages, by tying them to a chair, when they get older and they're a ton in weight and outweigh the chair and could easily take the chair wherever they want to go, their minds can't comprehend the fact that that chair can't keep them still anymore. So he says, actually, all we have to do is tie them to the chair, because when they were children, when they were little babies, we tied them to a chair. And they still think that they can't take the chair with them. So he said, actually, no, they won't go anywhere. This is one of the greatest stories that I've heard in a very long time. And the reason why I tell it to you is because sometimes you're stuck to that chair. What would it take to convince that elephant to take off and run wild? What would it take to convince you to take off and run wild? Are you still chained to the chair from 10 years ago because you feel like that's the only thing that you have to hold on to, or that you don't think you can run off with it, or break the chain, or break the chair? I mean, heaven forbid, this elephant could easily just break the chair. I mean, I think that's probably one of the best stories that I've heard in a long time, because I think a lot of business owners and leaders get caught up in doing things the same way because they've put limitations on what the outcome's supposed to look like, or even the process to get to the outcome. We have to view things differently because the world's changing, marketing's changing, our customer base is changing. This has caused me to reflect on some things that I'm doing in a lot of different areas, but one I want to talk to you about today is leadership. I'm starting to see flaws in my leadership. One flaw in my leadership is I believe in a lot of areas I'm too soft. I fall in love with people and I want to take care of them. And that's not my job. And not only is that not my job, but I think I create a great work environment. But in some cases, people don't appreciate it. And then I think even sometimes you even have people who feel like they're irreplaceable, like they can't be replaced. And if you can't be replaced, then you can do and act however you want. And sometimes these people are hard to replace. But I have to keep reminding myself that these people aren't my provider. And that maybe I'm forcing things that shouldn't be. No one, including myself, is irreplaceable. As a matter of fact, I probably know multiple people. Well, I do know multiple people who could probably take over my company and grow it faster and make it more profitable. I'll even go as far as saying that I'm probably a large reason why we're not more successful and more profitable. And you are too. You very well could be the reason why your business isn't as profitable and isn't growing as fast as it should. One, because of your standards are too high for anyone else to meet, and you're too afraid to hire someone because you won't accept the fact that they won't do the job as good as you. Two, you won't fire the cancers in your business and move on and move out. And three, you're afraid to take risk and take opportunities. I'll say this. I'm going to give an example. Just because one or two or three marketing agencies let you down doesn't mean that the next one will. I will say that about women or men in a relationship as well. How many people did you have to date before you found your spouse? There are a lot of crappy agencies out there, but I just hear it so much because everybody reaches out to me about marketing. And, you know, we're not the big mouths in the market. I'm not out there telling everybody what they should be doing, and you're not doing marketing right, and we're not out there pounding our chest and bragging about the results we're driving. We send those reports and that information to our clients. I'm not out there bragging about us 24/7, but people reach out to us and they work for they do marketing with these companies that are pounding their chest and out there bragging about all their results, and they're not happy. And then they come to us and they're bringing baggage with them where they're like a wounded relationship. And we're like, you don't have to bring that here. As leaders, I just feel like we can apply that to employees too. I think we get frustrated because we hire employees and they let us down, and then the next one applies and we automatically view them through the lens of all the people who have let you down. And sometimes you're getting the results from your employees that you establish and you create. If it's the same scenarios over and over again, you need to look in the mirror. And I know you may not like to hear this, but it's my job to tell the truth. And quite frankly, I'm telling you the truth because I've lived the truth and I experience it, and I am creating things I don't like. This is tough today, so hopefully if you've listened in for this long, I really appreciate it. I want to thank you for following along Torsion Talk Podcast. I hope you have a blessed week. I'm praying for you guys. Let me know if I could be of service to you, and we'll be announcing the next mastermind meetup soon. Be blessed. Have a wonderful day.